Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 11 of Bytes. Last episode, I promised that I would have a guest on the show today, and I have failed in my duty there. It is just me, and it's going to be a similar format. I'm just going to be talking about a few bits and pieces in regards to digital marketing. So I'm currently in search mode for people to interview. I've got quite a few people on my list to hunt down for this, so bear with me with the interview format. But I needed to get another little bite out, another little metabyte out for this week. So today I want to chat about some of the things that people just are not doing when it comes to digital marketing. So there's a few things I come across in my meetings and my chats with clients that are some of the things that you should sort of just get going with straight away in regards to implementing into your digital strategy. And we're going to be talking sort of web and social, not just not either. So with social media, one of the things that people don't seem to be doing is, especially if they're using Facebook as a platform to connect with their audience, is the Facebook pixel. It's a little bit of code that is placed on your website that monitors traffic on your website, and you can use it as a way of building new audiences based on people that have already interacted with you on your website. You can use it to track conversions, so you can give specific rules for the pixel on your website to say, if somebody has visited this page but hasn't visited that page, capture their information. So it's a really useful tool, as well as building out lookalike audiences from people that are currently interacting with you online. So the Facebook pixel is a little bit of code. You can either get your developer to do it, or it's a fairly easy, if you've got access to the back end of your website, it's a fairly easy way. There's fairly easy ways, and there's YouTube videos. Facebook Business, YouTube have all the different ways to do this. But yeah, it's a little bit of code that won't take up too much room on your site, that sits on each of your pages and monitors traffic from people who are logged into Facebook on their machine, which is most people, obviously. So there's already a connection. There's a connection with, obviously, because it's based on Facebook audiences, Facebook people. So, but if you're using Facebook at all for your business, or are looking at using Facebook for your business for advertising purposes, for content purposes, this is definitely a way, or definitely something you should be doing with your website. I'm surprised a lot of the time that people haven't even heard of the Facebook pixel. The Facebook pixel in action, if you've been doing a bit of e-commerce shopping, if you've been, say, shopping for a pair of shoes on a specific site, you go through the sort of purchase, or you go through the process of purchasing, but maybe fail to actually press the purchase button at the end, and then suddenly within the next couple of days on Facebook, your pair of shoes that you were going to buy are popping up in front of you. So that's the Facebook pixel in action. So somebody is capturing or tracking your sort of status on the website, setting up some advertising ad campaigns on Facebook to using the custom conversion, saying, somebody that has gone here but hasn't gone here, show this advert to them. So it's a really powerful way of retargeting to clients that have already had a touch point with you online. So yeah, the Facebook pixel, that's number one with bits and pieces that people just are not doing just now. But if you are doing it, well done, and keep going. Okay, number two is more web-based. So again, it's a really easy thing to implement, and that's your Google Analytics. So you may not even, if you've got a developer who's sort of looking after your site for you, it's definitely something you should be asking them for access to. They may have it set up on their own account, or you may have it plugged into your Google account. But having and actually analyzing your Google Analytics is very important there's so much information you can gather from it, from the most popular pages, through to the audience, through to the bounce rate, which is if people are landing on a page, are they then clicking somewhere else, or are they just bouncing straight off and disappearing? So it gives you a lot of information that you can then tweak your site, tweak the user experience. And feedback is great. Feedback on any movement, any action on your site is really important. So definitely, if you've got a developer looking after your site or building your site, make sure you get access to Google Analytics, or make sure they at least are providing you with some information that they are analyzing for you. So Google Analytics is a really, really important one as well. And the other one I want to talk about, which has a few sort of parts to it, is just putting out content. And that could be blog content on your website, it could be LinkedIn updates, Facebook posts, Instagram, or whatever content it is. It could be a podcast that you're wanting to put together, something like this. We really, all of us have at our fingertips the ability now to be our own little media company. So not putting out content in this day and age just isn't good enough. So that's why I'm doing things like Bytes, and I'm testing myself out. I'm just putting myself out there to give it a go. So yeah, putting out content is key, and just start. If you're not doing any content just now, you should be starting straight away. And so analyzing your target audience, working out where they are, and producing content for that. So if you're getting a lot of web traffic, make sure you're constantly updating content on your website so people will come back, be it blog content or just sort of general information. So make sure you're putting content out. It's a really interesting one, this one. It's something that that's why I'm with Instagram. I'm putting out content all the time, daily. Obviously trying to get this audio Bytes out as much as possible. And it's just the habit of doing. So doing is the key with this. But sort of have it in a structured manner. So schedule. So maybe take Monday afternoons to schedule your week for content, be it LinkedIn, be it Facebook, Instagram, or blog content. Just make sure you're sort of putting it into your weekly schedule for your digital marketing. And the great thing with content is, so say you're writing a large blog article for your website, you can use that sort of long form copy to get other little bits of content for Facebook, for Instagram, for inspiration for other stuff. So repurposing sort of longer form content into smaller bites that you can then spread across your different platforms is really important. And actually, what I should say is, when you're putting out content for the specific platforms, Instagram, LinkedIn, etc., you really need to be putting out content that is specific to that platform. So obviously, Instagram is images, video, it's visual. Blog content obviously is the written word. So it's just make sure you're putting out content that is connected to whatever platform it is that you're doing. Obviously, Facebook is a lot of social stuff, family, funny videos. There's a little bit more of a light-hearted element to stuff on Facebook. And if your audience is there, you should be pumping stuff out on Facebook. LinkedIn, obviously, if you're B2B or even B2C, LinkedIn is a really, really powerful platform. And over the last year or so, it's changed dramatically. And there's a lot of activity on LinkedIn. So keep an eye on that space with LinkedIn. And, if you deal with any businesses at all or people within business, that is the platform you should be concentrating on. There's a lot of powerful elements of LinkedIn. So I think I've dribbled on enough for today, but I just wanted to give you a bit of an overview of things you may not be doing in your business. Facebook Pixel, content, and analyzing your traffic on your website. These are maybe three things that, if you're doing one of them, great, but get the other two implemented straight away. I think the most important one if you're going to choose between making sure you're building your audiences using the Facebook Pixel content or analyzing traffic, I'd say content. Start getting content out ASAP if you're not doing it, or hire somebody to do it. But just do it. Even if it's one or two things per week, that's fine. At least you're doing it. So I'm going to finish off for today, but thank you very much for listening to episode 11 of Bytes, and I promise I will have an interview with somebody over the next couple of weeks. So enjoy your weekend or week, depending on when you're listening to this. It is currently Friday here in sunny Perth, so have a great one, and I will speak to you soon.